This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Hello, this is TVM's Metro Update. I am Ugimoyi Juliet. Delta State Governor Right Honorable Sheriff Oboriwori has been praised for sustaining healthcare delivery and supporting resident doctors during the ongoing nationwide strike by the National Association of Resident Doctors, NAD. Chief Medical Director of Asaba Specialist Hospital, Dr. Peace Igosewe, commended the governor's proactive measures to maintain medical services and motivate healthcare workers, describing his intervention as timely and commendable. She also applauded the hospital's resident doctors and staff for their dedication amid the strike, noting that despite increased patient numbers, no life was lost. Dr. Igosewe reaffirmed the hospital's commitment to the state healthcare reforms and its resolve to continue providing world-class medical services to Deltans. Delta State Governor Right Honorable Sheriff Oboriwori has congratulated the Asagba of Asaba, His Royal Majesty Obi Professor Epiphany Azinge, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, on his 70th birthday. In a statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Sir Festus Ayon, the governor praised the monarch's commitment to peace, unity, and cultural advancement in Asaba Kingdom. Oboriwori described Obi Azinge as an accomplished scholar and respected traditional ruler whose reign has brought honor and progress to Delta State. He reaffirmed his administration's support for the traditional institution and prayed for the Asagba's continued wisdom, health, and prosperous reign. Still in Delta State, the Executive Director of Project Desopadek Olorogun Dr. Ebenezer Okorodudu has urged Nigerian beauty queens and kings to see their crowns as symbols of grace, responsibility, and service to humanity. He gave the charge while receiving members of the Association of Beauty Queens and Kings, Nigeria, during a courtesy visit to his house in Warri. Dr. Okorodudu described beauty pageantry as a reflection of culture and character, urging title holders to champion humanitarian projects that uplift the less privileged. He assured the group of his support and commended their community outreach efforts. National Vice President of the Association, Ambassador Henrietta Henry, applauded Dr. Okorodudu's philanthropy and disclosed plans to honor him with the Ambassador of Youth Award at their 14th National Conference on November 28, 2025. And Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo has marked his first anniversary in office with a message of gratitude and renewed commitments to good governance. Speaking at a commemorative event in Benin City, the governor said his administration had restored hope, strengthened institutions, and rebuilt public trust through practical reforms. Okpebholo highlighted key achievements in security, including the recruitment of 2,500 officers and provision of new patrol vehicles, which he said had made Edo safer. He noted major strides in healthcare with new primary health centers, a 100-bed specialist hospital under construction, and renewed investment in infrastructure, such as 28 new road projects and 2 flyovers. The years ahead. Still in Edo State, the Operation Flush Out Kidnappers and Cutters, launched earlier by the Edo State government, is intensifying efforts to eliminate criminal gangs across the state. Coordinator of the Edo State Special Security Squad, Noah Idemudia, confirmed the demolition of several buildings linked to suspected cultists. The operation enforces the secret court and similar activities Prohibition Law 2025 and the Kidnapping Prohibition Amendment Law 2025, signed by Governor Monday Okpebholo Idemudia. Idemudia warned that Edo State is no longer a safe haven for crime, urging residents to remain vigilant and report suspicious activities. The initiative, coordinated by the governor's security team, focuses on Benin City, Epoma, and Auchi.
Children were kidnapped and kept in this building for years. I just look at the shrine in this building. This is wickedness of men. This is not acceptable in this land. We will continue to fight our fight. Wherever they are hiding, smoke them out, demolish their houses. There will be no hiding place in Edo State. We are serious about this, and we are very serious. We are resolute. Wherever we have destroyed or demolished, hide out for criminals, we are going to take over, build something for the public. Edo must be safe.
I have with me on the studio Mr. Lawrence Agwele. He's here to share his insights on the issue of courtesy and kidnapping in Edo State. Mr. Lawrence, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm back like I never left.
Okay.
All right.
Talking about the issue of courtesy, you know it has been rampant in Edo State, and the government, or the governor rather, has made some laws. Now, do you think demolishing houses could actually deter the kidnapping and courtesy in Edo State?
If we say that it's just about demolition houses, will be unfair to the government in that regard, because they actually have enacted a very stringent secret cult and similar activities prohibition law 2025, and it introduced severe penalties and a very comprehensive strategy to eradicate cult-related violence across the state. And if you are used to how cultism and crime works in some of these places, you know they work hand in hand. And some of the measures and provisions in the law are, they have stiffer penalties. Yeah, the law has repealed previous legislation and imposes harsh punishment, like we have 21 years imprisonment for financial or material sponsors of secret courts. So the situation where you have people financing secret court activities, 21 years imprisonment, 10 years imprisonment, and property forfeiture or demolition for anyone who knowingly harbors cultists or permits cult activities on their property. That goes to landowner and house owners. Then there was also 21 years imprisonment without an option of fine for cultists who assault, injure, or destroy property. In cases of fatality, the penalty upon conviction is death. So this is the law. So it's not just demolition. And even if a special security squad comprising of personnel from the police, DSS, Army, and NSCDC, including the local vigilante, has been established and directed to begin immediate implementation. So according to the government, It's not just demolition of houses. It has a lot of other penalties. Then, if you ask my personal opinion on the demolition of houses, I am on the fence on that. In that, while it might sound a bit extreme to house owners, it also serves as a deterrent. So you now have, because at certain points in Edo State, even in Delta State, landlords just drive prices up with the assumption that if regular people or maybe hardworking people do not come to pay, people who get money from other sources can afford it. So it serves as a deterrent. So when you spend money in building your house and you want to now allow somebody to rent the house, you will cross your T's and dot your I's to make sure that whoever you are giving your property to, it's somebody of legitimate value. Yeah.
That's interesting. You know, in the news that was read earlier, some areas here actually focused on, like they said they're going to focus on some specific areas. They made mention of Ekoma, Auchi, and I think one other place like that. Now, if they focus on these particular areas, what about other areas? Don't you think the criminals, the kidnappers, and the cultists will move to those other areas that they won't make their focal point?
Well, I'm not a security expert, but
Okay.
I think I understand the rationale behind these areas. You have Auchi, you have Ekpoma, even the capital Benin City. In some areas in Benin, the police will call them hotspots for crime activities. You have a lot of them where they call hotspots for crime activities. So I think these places they mentioned are hotspots. Like a very good example is the lady that was kidnapped a couple of weeks back, that the whole Nigeria was clamoring for a release, to the point that the kidnappers were putting videos of her on social media. It's before the Edo government eventually worked out a way to have her released. That happened in the Edo North region, the Awuchis and the rest. So those areas have been identified as hotspots according to security agencies for criminal activities. Hence, they focus on those points you mentioned, on those places you mentioned rather.
Okay. And talking about still on this operation, don't you think it will affect the perception of the residents in that area, like the way they think and also the way they do their, because definitely I remember, let me give an illustration. I remember there was a time that some people came to our area, and there was someone who happened to be a criminal. So when
Allegedly,
yeah, he was a criminal, but nobody knew. But that kind of affected the people in our house as at that time. Now, in this case, do you think it's still going to affect those people in that area, like aside from the landlords?
I think I get your question.
Other people in the area.
Yeah, I get what you're asking. If demolition of property and the rest, there are other tenants in the compound.
Yes.
I think what the government of Edo State is trying to promote is, if you see something, say something.
Okay.
If you see something, you say something. Or if you cannot say something, just vanish from the environment. It should not be found in the environment. I think that's what they are trying to say. But it's not an easy thing to achieve in the part of other tenants. It's not a very easy thing to achieve. But I think so far, from what the government, the operations that have been covered by the media, or that the government has allowed to be covered by the media, I can't recall seeing any of the residents that have tenants. It's mostly individual residents, maybe one person staying there. And also maybe they have a modality for, I would like to assume that they have a modality for deciding how they demolish property. So if there are other tenants there who probably have no idea that their neighbor is a cultist or a kidnapper, maybe that could be placed into consideration. But like I said, even though I do not 100% support the idea of destruction, because it's still destruction, no matter how we want to look at it, it's still, you're still wasting money and wasting property that could have probably be put into other use. But on the other hand, it's also a deterrent to other landlords. So it's a 50-50 thing for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us in this analysis.
No,
We'll quickly go on a short break. TVM Metro Updates will return after the break.
glory of the Lord will sweep all over this place.
Many are the will in a man's heart, but it's the counsel of the Lord that
Champions! I don't want to know where you came from. I come in the name of Jesus. You must go Batajo. Oh, you don't want to use the door? You can use the window. Your place is in the gutter jaw. So sickness, and barrenness, and laziness, even sadness. Jagba, they don't need Jagba. See as all of them need Jagba. Jagba, they don't need Jagba. See as all of them need Jagba. Yeah, I come in the name of the Lord, not just on my own accord. If I be praying and speaking in tongues, I can say it in here, it will happen abroad. Okay, now we are clear on that. So let's go back on track. As I was saying.
Welcome back. The Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria has urged U.S. President Donald Trump to work with President Bola Tinubu to tackle insecurity in Nigeria, rather than threatening military intervention. PFM President Wale Oke said the lives of all Nigerians are precious and called for targeted attacks against churches to stop. He suggested that if the Nigerian government needs expertise in counter-terrorism, it should request assistance, not evasion. Oke stressed, "We do not want an American invasion of Nigeria. We want Trump to cooperate with our president and hold him accountable for ending killings and kidnappings." The call comes after Trump declared Nigeria a country of particular concern and threatened possible military action over what he described as mass attacks on Christians. The Nigerian government has denied claims of Christian genocide, describing them as false and divisive, while emphasizing ongoing security efforts and openness to international support. The Olowo of Iwo Oba Abdulrasheed Akambi has raised alarm over alleged plans to cede part of Osun State's Iwo axis to the Lagelu community in Oyo State, a move he warns could trigger communal unrest. In a statement by his spokesperson, Ali Ibrahim, the monarch claimed there are indicators of a compromise to hand over Osun land to Oyo, describing it as a threat to regional peace. He urged President Bola Tinubu to set up an independent committee to investigate the issue and called on both federal and state governments to act swiftly. Oba Akambi recalled a deadly April clash between land grabbers from Ofa and Lagelu that left 3 dead, noting that only his intervention prevented further violence. He also alleged that key boundary documents submitted to the National Boundary Commission by Osun State have gone missing, calling it suspicious. The monarch insisted the disputed villages belong to Osun, with schools, hospitals, and polling units under its jurisdiction, and warned that forcing them into another state would amount to national treason. He appealed to Governor Ademola Adeleke and security agencies to act urgently to avert conflict. And in business news, in Abuja, the federal government has announced that it will no longer implement the proposed 15% import duty on petrol and diesel. The development was confirmed by George Ene Inter, Director of Public Affairs at the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, who also urged the public to avoid panic buying. The import duty had been approved by President Bola Tinubu on October 29, 2025, following a proposal from the Federal Inland Revenue Service to make imported fuel more expensive and encourage the use of local refineries like Dangote Refinery. Experts had warned that the policy could have increased pump prices by as much as 150 naira per litre, raising transportation costs and overall inflation. NMDPRA assured Nigerians that there is an adequate supply of petroleum products sourced from both local refineries and imports to meet demand during this peak period. The authority also warned against ordering, panic buying, or unjustified price hikes and pledged to monitor supply and take regulatory action to maintain energy security. And in the United States, United States has linked trade with global security, imposing 50% duties on India in response to its continued purchases of Russian oil. In response, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced an export promotion mission worth $3 billion running until 2030 to 2031. The program consolidates older schemes and aims to help small manufacturers access cheaper trade finance and meet global quality standards. Priority support will focus on sectors hit by recent global tariff escalations, including textiles, leather gems, jewelry, engineering, and marine products. Minister of Information Ashwini Vaishnaw added a further $2.3 billion credit guarantee scheme to help exporters navigate the current global environment, which he described as policies of some countries causing hardship to others. Economists warn that the U.S. tariff could reduce India's GDP growth by 60 to 80 basis points this fiscal year if no resolution is reached. Trade negotiations between India and the U.S. continue amid disagreement over agriculture and Russian oil purchases. In international news, the African Union has denied claims of genocide in Nigeria's volatile north, contradicting U.S. President Donald Trump's recent statements. Trump had warned that Christians were being slaughtered by jihadists and faced an existential threat, even threatening political armed intervention if the killings were not stopped. But Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, chair of the African Union Commission, said at a press conference in New York on Wednesday that there is no genocide in northern Nigeria. He added that the complexity of the situation calls for careful consideration before making such statements. The UK music industry contributed £8 billion to the economy in 2024, boosted by international tours and exports. However, Brexit-related costs and red tape, along with concerns over artificial intelligence, have clouded the sector's outlook. UK music CEO Tom Kerr warned that AI and restrictive EU touring regulations threaten growth, while 90% of British music creators demand protections against unauthorized use of their work. The government plans a new copyright exception for commercial AI training, a move facing strong opposition from the creative sector. Moving on to entertainment news, an exhibition celebrating Afrobeat legend Fela Kuti has launched in Lagos, marking the African debut of a show first created in Paris. The Lagos event displays 440 items, including personal memorabilia, photos, paintings, and videos, with live performances and replicas of Fela's signature colorful underwear. Lead curator Sheun Ali said the exhibition is 3 times larger than the original, showcasing Fela's life, activism, music, and lasting legacy.
I think for a long time, Nigerians have been feeling very defeated, so it's really beautiful and amazing that we have this moment to celebrate Fela because he represents the tenacity of our people.
What you see today is an exhibition that takes from what the French initially did, but we've made it 3 times larger. So not only are you going to experience Fela's life, activism, and his music, but we're also now adding legacy programming to what we're doing.
Are there still people that can speak like Fela?
Are there people that can fight like Fela, and are there people that can believe in a cause like Fela and continue to push their agenda till the world has no choice but to listen to?
Nigerian music star Simisola Kosoko, popularly known as Simi, has made history with her hit track Duduke, which has officially been certified gold in New Zealand for selling 15,000 units. This landmark achievement marks her first international accolade, solidifying the global appeal of Nigerian Afropop. Originally released in 2020, Duduke captured art with its tender melody and visuals showcasing Simi's pregnancy. The gold certification underscores the song's commercial success and signals Simi's growing international presence, setting the stage for future global collaborations. And in the world of sports, the former Super Eagles goalkeeper Daniel Akpeyi has taken the next step in his football journey, stepping into coaching. He's been appointed goalkeeper coach at Future of Africa, a newly promoted side in South Africa's Gauteng Development League. At 39, Akpeyi's move marks a smooth transition from player to mentor after a career that saw him shine for clubs like Atland, Chippa United, and Kaizer Chiefs. Known for his calm presence and sharp reflexes, Akpeyi says he's ready to guide young talent, armed with his CAF D coaching license and years of experience between the posts. Still in sports, in Spain, Barcelona president Joan Laporta has dismissed the idea of Lionel Messi returning to the club, calling it unrealistic. His comment follows Messi's surprise visit to the newly renovated Camp Nou, where he spent 21 remarkable years of his career. Messi, who joined Barcelona at 13 and became their all-time top scorer with 672 goals in 778 appearances, left in 2021 when financial issues prevented a contract renewal. Now 38 and playing for Inter Miami, Messi recently visited the stadium and said he hoped to return someday, not just to say goodbye, but to reconnect with fans. Laporta told Catalunya Radio that while Messi remains beloved by everyone at the club, it's not the right time to discuss a comeback. He added that Barcelona plans to honor Messi with a grand tribute once the Camp Nou renovations are complete, expanding the stadium to 105,000 seats. Laporta said, he knows he is loved, and it's only fair he gets the best tribute in the world, right here at Camp Nou. And that's all from TVM's Metro Update. I am Ogemoyi Juliet. You can watch us on the go on TVM's app, accessible on Android, Play Store and Apple Store. Follow us and interact with our social media pages. Like, subscribe and share. And don't forget, your environment is a vital part of you. Do keep it clean.
You see, in a moment, the glory of the Lord will sweep all over this place.
Many are the will in a man's heart, but it's the counsel of the Lord that
I don't want to know where you came from. I come in the name of Jesus. You must go Batajo. Oh, you don't want to use the door, you can use the window. Your place is in the gutter, Joe. So sickness, and barrenness, and laziness, even sadness. Jagba, they don't need Jagba. See as all of them need Jagba. Jagba, they don't need Jagba. See as all of them need Jagba. Yeah, I I come in the name of the Lord, not just on my own accord. If I be praying and speaking in tongues, I can say anything here, it will happen abroad. Okay, now we are clear on that. So let's go back on track. As I was saying.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment,